So many people right now are struggling on FC24 to understand the game, learning how to abuse play styles, learning how to defend, and most importantly, learning how to outscore your opponent. Today, guys, I'm going to be giving you 10 gameplay tips that will really help you elevate your game. These range from broken mechanics in game to the best play styles in the game and learning how to defend. As you can currently see, guys, I'm halfway through Division 4 right now, almost in Division 3, so I think I have enough experience and understanding of the game to provide this to you. So with that, let's get into the tips. FC24 has finally dropped, guys, and if you need fast, reliable coins, make sure to go to MMOEXP.com and use my code Viper at checkout for 5% off your order. Okay, so the first thing we're going to be talking about today is Finesse Shots, and more specifically, Finesse Shot Plus. Currently, you're seeing a few examples on the screen from squad battles on beginner with Alex Morgan. Trust me, this doesn't just work on squad battles. You're going to see a few live games in Division 4 and even Division 3 using this and how good it really is. But the best players for this, guys, are going to be the ones that have the Finesse Shot Playstyle Plus and a 5-star weak foot. The two that I can think of off the top of my head right now are Alex Morgan and Heung-min Son. So you don't need anything special to do this. All you need is that Playstyle Plus, and then you also need to really have time shooting down. If you can get time shooting down, you can absolutely score every single one of these that you do take. My god, it's OP without time shooting anyway. But if you can master time shooting with this, it is absolutely insane. But have this in your team regardless if you time shoot or not. The difference between someone like Lionel Messi's Finesse Shot and Heung-min Son's Finesse Shot is absolutely bonkers. The playstyle on its own isn't good enough. You need the Playstyle Plus, and it transforms this into one of the most OP scoring techniques on FIFA ever. Now, the next thing we're going to be talking about is 71 depth in the custom tactics. Now, this is very interesting, and all you're going to see here is a screen of the custom tactics, and I've made a video actually explaining this in a custom tactics and my favorite tactics right now on FC24, so I recommend going to watch that after you've watched this video. 71 depth essentially gives you, of course, a higher defensive line. You guys know that. The higher depth you are, the higher defensive line is. But more importantly, this does something actually hidden and a bit of a secret in FC24, and a lot of pros are using it. It essentially gives you an extra press. You know, I've got press after possession loss on here, and with this applied, it gives another press after the press after possession loss, and it basically means that you cannot make a pass in the midfield. Everybody I'm playing against at Division 4 and Division 3 uses this. Put this on and I promise you it will help you out massively. When we go into champs this weekend, this is going to be so disgusting to play against. Make sure you're countering it with also having it on yourself. Okay, guys, so the next one that we are going to be talking about is defending. And defending is very difficult on FC24, so take your time to learn it. And first of all, guys, don't go rushing into challenges. And also, don't be pressing circle or square. Don't be slide tackling, and don't be stand tackling until you're absolutely certain you're going to win the ball back. Another thing that I see a lot of people struggling with, and something that I struggled with at the start of the game, was playing out from the back. Playing out from the back is very difficult this year. You've got to be very careful. Make sure you're playing the right passes. Take your time. Even if you're under a lot of pressure, just hold L2, jockey, and make the right passes, because this is very difficult to do. But once you do learn how to defend correctly, it's all about kind of setting traps for the opposition. If you need to bait out, you know, let's say, for example, your left back is up against a right winger. You want to take him all the way down to the byline and then make the tackle. And also have your left centre back pressing up on him as well, using R1 on the second man press, and always setting traps for the opponent. Make sure as well, guys, that you're using jockey to your advantage. L2 and just kind of sprinting around to bait out the passing lanes is very good. I also think you've got to be very careful when you decide to push up with your centre backs. Only ever push up with them if you're certain you're going to be able to make the tackle. And if you're not controlling your centre backs, just hold your CDM. They're so valuable in this year's game that you have to utilise them correctly. I'd always say control your CDM before you have to control your centre backs. So just to go over that again, guys, we're not lunging into tackles, we're not pressing square, and we're not pressing circle to make challenges until we're absolutely certain we can win the ball back. We are second man pressing where we can, and we're also setting traps for the opponent. We're jockeying whenever possible, as jockeying is the best way to win the ball back, especially if you've got the playstyle plus of jockey. Not a lot of centre backs have that this year. Jules Koundé is one of them. Lawrence from Chelsea is also another one, and it's very broken. I would recommend trying to use them players. Now, guys, just remember as well, this year defending is very much about risk and reward. If you take the right risk, you will get rewarded 9 times out of 10. So the next thing for us to talk about, and whilst we're not going to spend too much time on this one, is going to be shooting, because I know a lot of people are struggling to score goals, And first of all, if you've been told to put on precision shooting, turn it off. It is not good. It's semi-manual and it's really, really disappointing. So first of all, turn that off. Second of all, as I've said earlier, try and learn time shooting. And then third, it's all about angles. You know, at the end of the day, this game is literally about angles when it comes to skill moves, when it comes to shooting, when it comes to passing. Everything is about angles, and this game is no different for shooting either. You want to go near post more often than not, but if you have to go across goal, you have to go across goal. That's when the timed shooting is going to help you. And you don't always have to go across goal if, you know, you're on the weak foot of a player. You can go for a Trllas, just hold down L2, and then you can still shoot near post as long as you're holding down L2 or LT and just press the shoot button. It should go for a Trllas, and you can go for the near stick still, even if you're on the weak foot of a player. Now, of course, some of the other things I've showed you here as well, finesse shot, and we still got one to come on the Trllas, are going to be other ways to score, but always go near post where you can. Next one, guys, is absolutely bonkers, and it's going to be the whipped cross / whipped pass. Now, I'm not going to have too many clips for this, but if you want to set up like this, it is absolutely crazy. There are a few players that are really good at it. The one that I'm showing you clips of right now is Trent Alexander-Arnold, and there's one there of Madry as well. And the best two players on the game for it, if you're looking in an attacking sense, are going to be Chloe Kelly and Lauren Hemp. They've both got the playstyle plus of this. And all it really does, guys, and it sounds really, really standard, but it allows you to cross with pinpoint accuracy and curve. And I tell you something, if you've got a big man in the box, it goes to their head every single time. It's just a case of, are you going to be able to finish it? This is another one as well that you can combine really well with other playstyle pluses, most likely with the power header trait. That works really, really well with this one, guys. I was playing somebody earlier, Peter Crouch, Lauren Hemp, and Chloe Kelly, just slamming crosses into Peter Crouch. It was impossible to deal with, and this is a great one if you want to change your play style. Next up, fellas, I have got for you a very, very important one, and it's going to be left stick dribbling. Now, I don't have the most clips in the world for this one either. This one's a bit more difficult to show, though, because it kind of just happens naturally. You're not always recording or you're not always ready for it. But left stick dribbling is back this year. It really wasn't in the game last year, but now they've made it absolutely insane. And if you can get this to work properly with some other stuff that I'm going to show you later on in the video, and a bit of the R1 dribbling that we've got in this game as well, maybe a few 5-star skills as well, it can work an absolute treat for you. If you know what left stick dribbling is, you know how good it is. And if you don't, all it is just twiggling the left stick and hopefully getting some good animations and getting some good spins on the ball so you can turn and shoot really well. This works really well in the box to try and get the angle to shoot. It's very easy to do. Just look at the controller and you'll see exactly what I'm doing, and it's definitely something you should learn. Takes literally seconds to learn though, to be honest. Now, next up for me, guys, is going to be skill moves. Now, actually, in this FIFA or FC24, skill moves are not as effective as they were in previous years. Step overs aren't as good as they were last year or the year before that, but they are still quite good. Ball rolls, of course, are the #1 skill move you have to learn, and it's so easy to perform. You've also got elasticos and reverse elasticos, which are really good. Ball roll, scoop turn generally is very nice, but overall, skill moves this year aren't actually as important as they have been in previous years. You're also going to see me, guys, do a lot of La Croqueta cancel passes. That one I definitely recommend learning, and you'll also see that on the screen right now, the controller is big on the screen for you, so you can actually see exactly what I'm doing to perform these. But overall, ball roll, scoop, elastico, reverse elastico are some of the best ones. Step overs are still really nice, and that's about all you really need to know on this game. I would definitely say, guys, some of the other mechanics I'm going to tell you about today are a lot more important than the skill moves. I wouldn't say completely write them off, and definitely go into the practice arena to learn these. I hope the control on the screen does help you, but as I said, skill moves not as important this year round. Okay, guys, so for number 8, we have play styles, and I know I've talked about them a fair bit in this video, but now I want to go over all of them. Talking about the playstyle pluses that are good, and the normal playstyles that are good, and the playstyles that are pointless, and the playstyle pluses that are also pointless. First of all, we've talked about finesse shot, so I'm not going to go over that too much. Finesse shot normal is quite good as well. It's not as good as the plus, but it is still decent. Chip shot is bad for both playstyle plus and the standard. I would not bother with that one or even using that in game. Power shot is quite good as a playstyle plus, not so much as a standard. I've used that quite a lot with Marcus Rashford, and it's quite nice. Of course, guys, a lot of you would have used Dead Ball with James Maddison's Player of the Month, and this one's really good, of course, for corners. It means you're going to score basically every corner you do take. It's not that good though, to be honest. It's okay. It's one of the worst ones you can really have though that are actually okay. Not very good as a standard playstyle, but very decent as a playstyle plus in my opinion. Same with power header. It's poor as a standard playstyle, but as a playstyle plus, a tall player is amazing. It's not so good on the women that have this as a playstyle plus because they're short. If you can find someone that's like 6'3", 6'4" as a striker and has this as a playstyle plus, it's amazing. As we go to the pass, we've already talked about whip pass, which is absolutely crazy. It's good as a standard playstyle. It's amazing as a playstyle plus. Tiki-taka is okay. It's nothing special, but it's decent. Long ball pass is okay once again. Playstyle and standard. You will feel this a little bit more on playstyle plus, but it's not really the best playstyle in the world. Ping pass is okay as well. Ping pass is quite good as a playstyle plus. Kovacic has this off the top of my head, and it is quite good on Kovacic, I can't lie. Passes travel faster along the ground without impacting the trapping difficulty of the receiver, which is quite nice. The next one, guys, which is one of my favourites that I haven't talked about yet, is incisive pass. This is a playstyle plus, is amazing. It's not so good as a standard playstyle, but as a playstyle plus, it is crazy. It just makes your through ball so accurate. They're going to go through 9 times out of 10. It's a great playstyle. Plus, and I'd certainly recommend getting this in your midfield. I've got it currently with Kevin De Bruyne, and it is absolutely brilliant. Next up is Jockey. This one's amazing if you can get it as a playstyle plus. It's okay as a standard. Block, not really that good. It's okay, but it's not very decent. Intercept, once again, is okay, but it's not really the best, once again. Anticipate, as a playstyle plus, is awesome. I've used this with Thiago Silva and Varane. It is so good. Whenever they make a standing tackle, they are going to get the ball back, no matter what. Is absolutely brilliant as a playstyle plus and really can relieve pressure for you. Slide tackle is abysmal, and bruiser is quite good. You know, like if you have this as a playstyle plus, it's okay. It's not spectacular, you know, because you've already got good strength players and body types in your team already. Like Virgil van Dijk doesn't have this as a playstyle plus, but he feels so strong anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. Press proven is quite a good one as well, guys. I believe Jack Grealish has this as a playstyle plus, and it just means that they're able to dribble at jog speed better and be able to shield off opponents better, even if they don't have very much strength. So that one is quite nice. Trickster is amazing. R3 skill moves. You can do all the Volta skill moves just by clicking in R3 if you have this as a playstyle or a playstyle plus. I don't really know the difference between having this as a normal playstyle or a playstyle plus. First touch is quite an interesting one, guys, because I've got this on Trllas and I don't really like it as a playstyle plus. It doesn't really matter too much. It doesn't really affect in-game too much, so don't expect too much from this one. Flare is also a pointless one. I don't like this one in the slightest. It has no effect on anything in game. Rapid is a really good one, guys, if you're looking to go down the wing and try and get cutbacks. Really good as a standard playstyle and also really good as a playstyle plus. Technical is a really good one too, guys. This means that you're going to do faster dribbling when you're in control sprint, and that's the R1 sprint or the R1 dribble that we've now got in the game, which is quite broken. This works really well on Messi. Not too many players have this in game, but it is very decent. Quick step is another very good one. Very similar to the rapid, works really well if you can get them together. Diaby's really good with this, and it just means that they have a crazy sprint boost in game, which is awesome. Relentless as a playstyle plus is very good. You know, if you want to go and check that out in a bit more detail, I've got a Jude Bellingham review on the channel, and that will explain Relentless a little bit better. Trivela having this is good, because it means you're going to be able to score more Trivela goals, which is the next tip that I have for you guys. So make sure you stay tuned for that. That's coming up literally right next. And this one works very nicely. Acrobatic is absolutely awful. I don't find this to have any value at all. I've used Haaland a fair bit on this game, and it doesn't really hold any value to me as a playstyle plus or a playstyle. Long throw, don't need to talk about that. That's abysmal. Aerial's really good on your centre backs. If you can also get this on a striker with the power header as a playstyle plus, or you get this as a playstyle and then you get a playstyle plus as a power header, or vice versa, will work really nicely. And of course the goalkeeper ones we don't really care about. So guys, I hope I've explained them best I could. Let's go into tip number 8. Okay, so tip number 9, I'm sorry I did get that wrong. I said it was 8. It is tip number 9, and it's going to be Trllas. Trllas are broken again this year. If you play FIFA 23, you'll know how crazy they were and who the best players were at doing them. And Kunku is an absolute king at doing these. So is Modric. There's a few players on the game that are very good at it. I believe you need to have below 89 shot power still. If you have the Trivela playstyle as a playstyle normally or a playstyle plus, is going to increase the chance of them going in. If you can green them as well, guys, they go in all of the time. They are crazy good. As you can see from the clips you're seeing right now, definitely learn this and it will up your game and allow you to score so many more goals. Okay, guys, this is a very, very important one, so make sure you are listening. It's a mechanic that not a lot of people are talking about, and it's L2R2 dribbling. It is absolutely bonkers good this year, and it's a contextual dribble from FIFA 23, and for some reason they've made it stronger this year. It's a lot more precise, it's a lot more responsive, and there's no delay in when you're doing the R2 and L2 dribbling. They've changed it from, I believe, R1 dribbling last year to L2 R2, and they've made the super power dribble on the R1 now. So they've changed the controls around a little bit, and I think that's why not a lot of people know about this. But this dribble is crazy. To kind of turn it into space, it's amazing. To kind of get that angle for a shot in the box, it's absolutely amazing, guys. It's a really, really powerful little mechanic, this one, and I highly, highly recommend you learn it. So easy to do. Just hold L2 and R2 down and just do a bit of left stick dribbling and you'll feel it out. It is unbelievable. Now, of course, this is best performed with players with high agility and balance and, of course, good dribbling stats, but you can actually do it with anyone. I was doing it with Many in the clips you've just seen. It's vital to learn this, and I actually think, personally, it's more important to learn than a lot of the skill moves I did show you today. So, guys, I'm really hoping this helped you, and if you do need any more help, let me know in the comment section down below, and I will respond to you. If this did help you, though, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell so you don't miss a video. But, guys, that's going to be it for me for now, so take care.